Welcome to a special presentation of High Proof Ashes. We have a new series that we're fixing to do, and we'll get into that. But I'm one of your co-hosts, Jason JB Smoke, and over to my right,
I am Duran, no cool nickname. Back at it, doing something kind of cool today.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of do something similar to what we've done before. See a lot of bottles in front of you. We are going to do another blind series. Another blind tasting series.
Yeah. One we've been looking forward to doing.
Yes, yes, we have.
Talking about doing it for a while.
We have. And what makes this one really special and unique, if you can't tell, everything on the table is from Wild Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I, if we had to pick a distillery, that we just love, Wild Turkey would be really high on the list.
Absolutely. I think there's a few others, but Wild Turkey is definitely probably the ones that's the craziest right now.
Right. Yeah, that one's definitely up there. So, just like the last time, we are going to taste two of these bottles in each of the episodes. And the cigar that we're going to smoke is just going to be something that we're smoking. We're not going to really highlight it. We're just going to kind of have something. But we're going to, talk about the spirit and try to guess what they are, and because that's part of the fun.
I mean, it's part of the fun. I don't know how far I'm gonna get. So there's several up here that I haven't had in quite a while, and one that I've never tried.
Okay.
So
is it the 101 rye?
The 101 rye. Yeah. I've never tried it.
I'm pretty sure that it's come to the lounge, to our Whiskey Wednesday, and I'm pretty sure I've had it. But
if I've had it, it's just been so long.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I couldn't tell you.
But hey, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we're just going to kind of pick the bottles at random, just like last time. I did all the pouring into the bottles, but so I know the order that they were in on the table, but there were no letters. And
right.
So Duran came in after me and put random letters on there,
mm-hmm.
And wrote down the order of his lettering.
Yes.
And so that way we know what's what without knowing each other's information.
Absolutely.
So, but hey, let's get into it. What are you going to smoke over there, man?
I am smoking a LFD Solus.
Oh, that's one of your favorites.
It is. So it's a little bit on the medium side, so It's not too strong, right?
Yep.
But it's flavorful enough that it'll keep up with whatever we drink today.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's a pretty long smoke as well. So
yeah,
hopefully we'll get a little time out of it.
Decently long cigar. Well, I'm doing the Perdomo vintage 12-year aged.
Great
cigar.
Stick. Like you did that the last time we did a blind.
Did I do this one or did I do the 10-year?
It might have been the 10. It might have been the 10.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
It was a Perdomo, but I don't remember which one now.
It was a Perdomo.
It might have been this one.
I think it was, man. I'm telling you.
A great cigar. I really, really enjoy it. But
we're gonna
get
light
lit, yeah.
Right? Because it would be unfair if we tried one without smoke and one with it. So we're gonna go ahead and fresh light now.
Ooh, that's a good cigar. Well, I guess let's cover what we're going to do here for the whole series. So we have both Russells, the bourbon and the rye,
mm-hmm.
both 101s.
Yep.
The bourbon and the rye.
Yep.
Both rare breeds, bourbon and rye. Jeez. And then we have Long Branch and Kentucky Spirit. And I know you might be thinking, like, why is Kentucky Spirit in there? That's just a single barrel 101. And that's true, but number one, we kind of wanted an even number. Yeah. But two, we just felt like it was different enough, but not like a Russell single barrel or a, ones that are super hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, all of this you can get on the shelf. None of it's allocated.
The rye was surprisingly hard. The 101 rye was harder to find than expected.
It might not be everywhere.
The 101 rye was a little harder to find than expected, but we found it. So.
And sometimes in like the Russell's rye, we had trouble finding that too. Yeah. But it is genuinely on the shelf. It's not it's not allocated. It just might be gone in your area, So hey, let's get into it. I'm just going to grab one from this side over here. I'm not even going to look at what letter it is. You grab one from your side. Oh, that's funny. It's letter A.
Well, I figured I'll do whatever it is that you're doing. Well, and this way we can compare notes and see.
Oh, okay.
Um, nah, you know what? Screw it.
I was gonna say last time
Why
we
not?
we each picked a bottle
Let's
and
just
then
go.
we drank the same thing, but we each just kind of picked the bottle and
All right.
you know.
See.
All
All
right,
right. So we're gonna start with A then.
sure. Let's start with A.
All right.
So I mean, nice color. There you go. I don't remember our struggle with the pours last time though. Were we pouring too much or too little?
I think it was a little of both. I think we started out, it might have been too little, and then it became,
Because it needed to be like a normal episode pour, and that's not.
So
I
that's,
mean,
I think that's,
well, maybe it is.
you know,
We're
I
trying to
don't
get
think
like
it
a
needs to
one
be a
ounce
normal
pour.
episode pour. You know, it's kind of a.
Mm. So if you don't know, Wild Turkey, like even though there's 8 different bottles and names and all that, like they only have 2 mash bills, right? So they got a bourbon mash bill and a rye mash bill, and that's it. It's just a difference in proof, age, location, floor, all that kind of stuff.
I'm all right. This is going to be difficult.
This one might be hard.
This smells good.
It does smell really good. All right, hang on. So this
Color's really nice.
this is A.
Yeah.
So it smells nice, but I don't get anything popping out at me on the nose.
It's a lighter proof.
I don't know. My honest opinion is that it's in the middle. It's one of the, like, it's around 100. And to be fair, right?
What's the long branch?
The I don't know. 86.
Mm.
So it's the lowest thing on the table.
Reserve my judgment until we try some more.
Yeah, me too.
It right off the bat, it doesn't give me.
I mean, it's good, but nothing's jumping out.
There's nothing special.
It's kind of average tasting,
There's no rye spice.
I will give you that. I feel like this has got to be a bourbon.
It's a bourbon.
Like this has got to be a bourbon. I just don't know which one. I feel like it's 100 proof, but then that would mean it's the Turkey 101, and it's not.
It's not 101. It's definitely not 101. There's just not enough flavor here for it to be 101, which is why immediately it made me think it was the long branch.
It could be. And I'm kind of expecting the long branch to stick out because of the mesquite and oak, or what is it? See, I forget already. It's what is it? Whisk oak and Texas mesquite charcoal refined.
It tastes different than this. Tastes different than anything that I normally drink. Now, again, there are several here that I don't normally drink.
Yeah.
But most of these will stand out on your palate. This one does not, and it has a funny twang.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it kind of lacks. I'll be interested in how the other ones, kind of taste. Do I get that? Do I get one that has more of that mesquite and oak?
All right, so I'll tell you what I got here for my notes. I've got light on my palate, lower proof, good color, nothing stands out.
Yeah, so for me, like just the key word for me is that it lacks. It just kind of lacks, you know. I put average taste and proof, low aroma. Like
Mm.
I'm not nothing standing out,
Yeah.
right? Let me write that.
I mean, it doesn't have like the ethanol punch or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and like it's we're not saying this is bad. This is still a good pour.
it's okay.
It's
Yeah.
just it just seems to be lacking somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But hey, let's let it sit in the glass. See what happens.
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing special to me on that one. Don't know what I was expecting though. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we got these taste very different.
yeah.
You know, like
So, and that's
at
the
least the
thing. So,
ones
like,
that I remember, right?
like the Russells are sweeter.
Right.
So that's something I think the Kentucky Spirit is going to stand out because of the how well rounded it'll be. Like I think I'll be able to find the Kentucky Spirit. Like that's the and then the Rise I think will stand out as well.
Yeah, and I think yeah. So I think you're right. Like but I think both the Russell's rye and the rare breed rye are going to stick out. I don't know about the turkey rye, the 101 rye. It might, but I don't know. Um, and then both of the bourbons, like they're all different enough. I think that you're going to be able to pull them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rare breed bourbon is a higher proof than the Russell's bourbon,
Right.
right? So I feel like you're going to pull that, right? And then you'll be able to tell that it's a bourbon. So, but I mean, but I don't know. Like, so, all right, I know we've had a sip, but if you had to make a call up front on what you think is going to win for you,
Or what I think is going to win.
yes.
Ugh. No clue, bro. Um,
No, I mean, like, with the preconception, what do you say is your favorite pour of these eight? And then we can compare that to what your
I'm
palate
probably gonna
actually
I'm
says.
probably gonna think if we had to say what would be my favorite, it's probably the Russells.
Which one?
Probably the bourbon. Right. It has everything I want.
Okay.
Right. Like yeah, the proof isn't necessarily up there like that, but as far as flavor profile for me, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I like how refined it is. So it's normally pretty easy to find. Price is good,
Yeah, that's true.
so I think it's right in the middle of everything that we have.
Okay. I think for me, I would have picked the rare breed rye.
That was my second choice. That was my second choice.
There's just something about, I don't know if it's the proof or what, but like when I compare it to the other rare breed and the Russells and all that, it just kind of gives me, like you said, it gives me everything that I want.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have that heavy spice of rye.
Mm-hmm.
None of these ryes do. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what is actually going to come out on top for us.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious if we're going to do like last time and have it almost
Battle two off.
no, I mean have the list have almost be exactly the same.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll
Like
see.
that was surprising that our list was
They were
nearly
close.
identical.
They were close. All right, I'm gonna finish this one up and see where we at here.
It's definitely opened up in the glass,
Yeah, but still
but
nothing
it's
that's.
very low. It's light. It's a light aroma. Nothing jumps out.
Yeah, no. Whatever this is, it's low on the list for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be disappointed if this is the Long Branch because the Long Branch was the first bottle that I ever bought out of the community bottle share. Like it was the first thing that I tasted and was like, I'm gonna go buy this bottle, and I
This
did.
has a funk to it on the finish.
I know.
And it really, really makes me think it's Long Branch.
Watch it be the rare breed rye.
Or the fucking 101 rye, something crazy.
I really don't think this is the 101 bourbon.
I don't think it's the 101, the rare breed rye.
Well, I mean, we agree. We think this is a bourbon. But, I mean, I feel like if that's the case, the only thing it could be is the Long Branch. But, I mean, who the hell knows? We're going to find out. So I'm actually going to put or Wild Turkey 101 rye. Like, even though I think it's a bourbon.
You said you're going to put what?
Like, as a secondary guess.
You think it's the Wild Turkey 101
as a secondary guess, yes.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that. I don't.
Only because I can't tell you the last time I've had it.
Yeah, me neither.
Or really, if I even have. So
I know I don't believe I've ever had it.
Like, we were talking about it in the lounge, and somebody was like, oh, well, Corey brought it in or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I mean, I would think I would try it because I had never had it before, but I don't remember it. So what letter is that? C?
This is C.
C. Gotcha. I need to clean my glass here.
You know what? I'm gonna do it right today.
Are you gonna wipe
we
it out?
We should have went Glencairn, man. Like, really should have. See if we could have forced some of that aroma up to the nose a little more. And it's hard to wipe these out. All right, there we go. Close as we getting.
I'm actually going to leave the little bit of water in there.
All right. That's a bit punchier already.
Yeah.
That's got more ethanol on it.
And it smells more like a rye than that last one did. There's definitely way more aroma.
Yeah.
And there's more ethanol.
Yeah.
But I can still bury my nose into this thing.
Absolutely, but it means the proof on that last one was definitely
pretty low.
It was pretty low.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what this is, but it's much better.
Yeah, it is.
It's sweet.
And I'm fairly certain that's a rye.
Me too. And it's sweet.
It is sweet. Okay.
I've got a guess on this one because I feel like
I'm between two.
I think it's the Russell's rye.
Really? I wasn't there.
I think it might be the Russell's rye.
Okay.
What's the proof on it?
The Russell's rye. Is it at 90?
Yeah, it's a 90 proof. It's too high. The ethanol's too much on this one.
Like I am here or
the
here.
101?
Yeah. Or the rare breed rye.
It might be the 101. What's the proof on the rare breed rye?
Like 1 at 17? No, 112.
It doesn't taste that high. Good color. It's got a long finish.
Yes, it does. I was just writing that. I also wrote that it's complex.
It is. I want to have more of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Definitely over the first one.
Yeah, the first one is just
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you there. Like the the aroma is really nice and oaky with this just touch of rye in the aroma.
The nose definitely gives rye.
Yeah, like you can definitely smell it. So the
If this is the 101 rye,
I think it might be.
if it's the 101 rye, it's quite enjoyable. And I've been dying to open the bottle, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave it alone.
So here's my thinking. The age on these are about the same,
Mm-hmm.
but the proof is vastly different. Well, it's 10 points different. But this is a much more niche bottle, right? Where they're looking for that specific flavor profile, whereas this is more of a mass-produced product, right? And I feel like this flavor profile is meant more for the masses. So while I said the last one, my secondary guess was Wild Turkey 101 Rye, that's my primary guess for this one.
Yeah, see, the last one didn't give me Wild Turkey 101 rye.
And now that I've had this one, I'm probably going to just scratch that out and say that's probably the long range.
I didn't get any rye whatsoever on it. I did get this weird funkiness at the end on the finish, which just lent to the long branch. But I don't know which rye this is. I can't tell you right off the bat. I know it's a rye. It's got a good long finish. It's complex enough that I don't know that it's the Wild Turkey rye. But the problem with that is I also just haven't had the Wild Turkey rye.
Right.
So I can't tell you, this does not ring a bell on my palate.
No, it doesn't. And I'm a little disturbed with the first one, because it's like, if that's not Long Branch, then
what the hell is it?
And it's probably not the Turkey 101 rye, because now this one is that primary guess. The only other thing it could be is something I don't want it to be.
Wild Turkey 101?
No, this.
Oh no, it's definitely. It's not.
There's no way it's this.
It's not that. Listen, I think A is Long Branch.
I think you might be right, but hey,
I think we picked that one right off the rip. Like, it's low proof, right? Like it's the lowest thing we have.
Yeah.
It's got a weird funkiness to it. We know it's not a rye. It was really light in color.
I'm going to be disappointed no matter which one it is, because I like everything on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, with the exception of this, only because I don't remember having it, right? So I can't say for sure if I like that bottle. But the rest of it, I know I like it.
Right.
And I mean, I visit the Long Branch here and there. I mean, that bottle's almost empty. Like,
yeah, but you've had it for a while too.
I've had it for a while. I don't go there. I don't go there very often. It's under 90 proof. Like, I don't hit under 90 proof very often. So yeah.
Did we do Long Branch in the low proof line?
We did not. We were going to,
and we took it out because we put in another distiller. Yeah.
Well, we were trying to spread out the distilleries.
Right.
And then it turned out that we actually did duplicate a distillery, and I didn't realize it. But I think it was Heaven Hill that we ended up having 2 Heaven Hills in there.
Okay.
And I didn't realize it. But anyway. It's funny. I just saw you relight your cigar. I've already relit mine twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm not paying attention to the cigar.
Yeah, me neither. I'm thinking way too hard about. I probably should have smoked something cheap. I'm thinking way too hard about what we're drinking.
Maybe. I kind of didn't want to ruin my palate with something cheap.
Me neither.
I guess
that was where I
wanted something medium that just smokes. It's an easy smoker.
This no shadow of a doubt, it's a rye. It's just a question of which rye.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with the 101 rye for right now, because I don't think it's refined enough to be a Russell's.
I don't think it's low enough to be a Russell's.
90. You're probably right. You're probably right.
I think it has to be.
But the
at least
rye, the
101. The rare breed is 112.
I don't know that it's that high.
It doesn't drink 112. That's the thing. That's why I like it so much.
but this has too much rye spice to be, I think, the rare breed.
And that's why the 101 rye is my primary guess on this one.
All right. We're going to have it all raw.
Listen, last time we only got, what, 3 right out of the 8? So, you know, it's not easy trying to guess these things, guys.
All right, so what are we going to do with the bottles that we've already tried? We're going to just leave them there? Or we can
put them back here.
Line them up back there?
Yeah.
I guess the letters being facing up is irrelevant.
So, y'all may be wondering, like, it's just the 2 of them. Why did they pour so much, you know, in these little jars, right? And just for one reason, really. Well, 2 reasons. One, if we have to battle 2 bottles at the end,
we'll revisit them.
We want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we don't want to
without checking what it is.
Right.
You know, and ruining the blind. So you just want to be able to pick up the letter and go back to it.
That's right. And then the other part is we like to bring what's left to our group, and, you know, give them the opportunity to run through the blind if they want to. You know, of course, they have to do small pours, you know, whatever. But we did that last time, and it was fun.
It was a ton of fun.
Right? Like, and they were all over the place.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You know, unlike us, where we were pretty close to the same thing.
All right, I'm gonna dive back in here. Just, I don't know. It's all I got is it's rye. It's a rye, but it just doesn't taste familiar. And recently we did the Russell's rye, and I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot. Liked it probably too much.
Yeah. So like I had to force myself to put it away.
Yeah, like way too much.
So this is not
already.
That. Huh?
That thing's half gone already.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we did take 4 ounces out of it today.
We did.
So, you know, but I mean, I'm not pretending as if I didn't drink it. Like, right. It's good, you know. So
I'm starting to get a little floral notes, some honey.
The floral's been there. It's just the rye is overpowering it.
I guess I don't know. Like, I get it, but it's not. So something else, if y'all don't know, when you're nosing a whiskey, you of course want to get the whole nose, but then you want to try to isolate the nostrils.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but like one nostril is completely different. So on the right nostril, I get tons of rye.
Mm-hmm.
On the left nostril, I get no rye, but tons of floral and honey. And that's probably why I'm getting it when I just do the whole nose. But
that's also another reason why I like to use a Glen.
It's a little bit easier to do that, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we may switch on the next episode. I may switch on the next episode. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm fine with switching.
I might switch.
I'm fine with switching. When we did the other blind, we used these.
I know, but the Glen is just...
It is better.
It's better.
It is better.
And it helps me control my pours a little more. I'm not going to lie. These rocks glasses scare me.
Yeah, it's easy to do a heavy pour in these babies.
All right. Let's see.
It's just a really good, well-rounded pour, man.
I hope it's the Wild Turkey 101 rye.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be. But
the first sip I had, it felt rough around the edges, which made me think the 101 rye.
Mm-hmm.
But as it mellowed out in the glass, it's more, you know, it's not as
whatever that is, I need to have it. I need to have a bottle of it. Like, I might not go to it all the time, but that's an enjoyable bottle. So how much was that? The 101 rye?
More than I wanted it to be. I want to say it was 40 something.
Really? Maybe that's why I don't have it.
Well, I couldn't. It was only one place I could get it.
I know, but just thinking between that and this is $25.
Yeah.
You know, if that's $40, like, that's a pretty big jump. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize.
I don't think that's what it is everywhere. I think
That's
I was
surprising though.
I
Like,
think I was hit by a premium. You the one that called the place that had it and told me what it cost. And when I went there, I was like,
uh,
oh,
yeah, you're not. Yeah, I was surprised when she said it. I thought maybe that was the
no,
handle price because that would make more sense.
that's what it
Uh,
was.
Man, okay. And I know sometimes the rye cost a little bit more, than the bourbon, fare. But wow, that's a pretty big difference. Okay. And that could be why that you don't see it everywhere because people see the price difference between the bottles are right next to each other, right? They
No,
see
it was not.
25.
It actually was not.
Well, I mean, they're near each other,
They
right?
were they were kind of close. Like
Like, because it's all the
one was on
turkeys.
one side, and then I turned around to find the other. Like
Okay.
so
Well, they might need to separate them because otherwise the damn thing might not ever sell.
they might not.
I mean, if it's truly a, $40-$45 versus $25, that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay, well, that might explain why it's not all over the place.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sell. But let me finish this up here, and then we can finish up.
No, we can take your time, do what you got to do, man. Like no rush here.
I do enjoy this though. Like
Yeah.
it's really nice. But it's funny. Like if that's really $45, which I believe you, the Russell's rye was
50 something.
it's not that much more.
Actually, the Russells was like I want to say it was 60, right? It was $60.
Yeah, that sounds about right because the rare breed rye is like 70, whereas the regular rare breed's like 50 or 55, 60. So okay, so it could just be that the rare breed, I mean the rye versions of all these turkey products are just
A little bit more.
They just cost a little bit more, yeah.
But again, I don't know what it retails for. I don't know what the MSRP is on the rye.
We need to look that up.
But while we're waiting, make sure that you're drinking responsibly. I know you see a bunch of bottles up here, but we both have water. We're making sure that we're good and hydrated. I don't have anywhere to be for the next foreseeable future. It's kind of crazy. I did just step off of an airplane though.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of surprised that you were willing to do it today. I was like, okay. I mean, hey, you want to do it today?
I feel like I was rested, relaxed, sort of, kind of.
Okay.
But I know we need to get it done, and I was ready to do this one. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too. And
Been waiting.
so when you were like, hey, let's do it early, and I'm like, hey, if we're gonna do it on a weekend, we might as well go ahead and do our blind that we've been wanting to do. Because if we don't, who knows when we're gonna get it done.
So it's good stuff though.
But yeah, so we're gonna spread this out over a really long time period. Not crazy big pours, right? No. Lots of water, breaks, that sort of thing. So,
I had a big meal before coming to.
Yeah.
Monster.
Know your limits, that sort of thing. And if you ever get invited to like a tasting, I mean, that's basically what we're doing here is a tasting, right? Those should be half-ounce pours, like,
honestly,
or
we could,
less.
We could really measure the pours if we wanted to.
We could. The Glencairns will make that a little bit easier.
A little bit easier.
So.
But who knows? Maybe in the future we'll get really technical and measure them out so that it's, precise in science. Probably not. Not going to lie.
That's a little too geeky, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Dorky. I don't know. Pick your word.
No disrespect to any geeks.
Look, I geek out. I'm doing the little blends and stuff, and I have to measure that crap out. And,
yeah.
To the T and.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
For sure.
But anyway, let's wrap this one up and we'll move on
to the next one.
Yeah, man, we'll move on to the next part 2.
All right. Well, we'll be back shortly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting ready to head into part 2. Y'all know what it is. I'm Duran, no cool nickname. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell so that you get notifications when we drop new content. And please realize that we are on more platforms than you think. We got an Instagram, a Facebook, a YouTube, on almost all podcasting platforms. So find us somewhere, man. Get with us. But my partner to the left,
I'm Jason JB Smoke, and we'll see y'all for part 2. See you later.